If my beard gets much longer, then I'm gonna have to say ho 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 whatever.
You're gonna have to be Santa. Oh, all right. We are live on the places. Oh man. Doesn't this make you just feel like a child?
No.
It does. I feel like a child.
I had a horrific childhood. Don't bring it up.
Only when I pretended the Grinch was alive and gonna eat you.
Only when David dangled spit over my face.
Lee's here. Hey, Lee, what's going on? We are about to get going with all the craziness.
They started a movie somewhere where they like dangled their spit or something.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Ugh, that makes me want to...
That sounds like a Christmas miracle, Chris. I think it does. All right. Are you guys ready to start this madness?
Yeah.
All right, Lee's ready.
We're talking about Christmas, right?
And we talk. Well, yeah. Okay. No, I'm talking about trending stories taking over.
Oh.
In 5.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We're live.
Welcome.
First story.
That would be mind blowing.
Trending stories are taking over.
TSTO. Why does he get a bell for that?
Next story.
Everybody get down.
According to the sounds, I'm not doing so hot today.
TSTO.
TSTO thing.
TSTOMG.
TSTO.
That's crazy.
Story time. What is happening, people of the interwebs? It's the Trending Stories Taking Over show. I am Todd Frazier.
I'm Jake
and
Frazier.
This is Jake Frazier. And you know what? Eric already says, Eric's already here, and he says, I need to hear more stories of Todd tormenting baby Jake.
No, it was David that did that.
Oh, I know.
But
Yeah.
then you were a Grinch guy.
I just pretended the Grinch was alive, and he was up in your room one Christmas morning. And
The
then
most torment that I've ever received from you was wrestling you as a kid,
yeah.
and then you like letting me win, and then me not knowing that you were letting me win until like a year ago.
That's right. That's right. Oh, man. Yeah, the good times. Good times. Yeah, I do that with Travis now.
For some of us.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Hopper's here. What's up, Dave? How you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Like, he was just in here today.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. We recorded some stuff. He's got
that's
some things
funny.
going on. Hey, Chris is in the room.
Oh yeah.
Chris, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah. Lots of things.
Lots of things. And so Chris went on location. He did some reconnaissance work for us, right?
That's right. I was very sneaky.
It's very sneaky.
Very sneaky.
Very
Very
sneaky,
sneaky.
sir. You may assist you with your sock change.
That's right.
Holly's here. Cheers. Oh, it's so good to see you, Holly. Hey, you know what? Holly, can I? Yeah, can I?
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, can I say?
This is making me really uncomfortable.
So Holly made cookies,
Oh, okay.
and they are phenomenal, and they're all the way almost gone. Look at that.
Yes.
We haven't even started the show, Holly, and
I
they're
had
already
2.
gone. Yeah, I had 3.
Oatmeal's I said this before. Oatmeal's a win for
Right.
me. Like,
Yeah,
oatmeal
it's good.
cookie, best cookie.
Oh, they're
Oatmeal
phenomenal.
cookie, best cookie.
You're having
well-
a cookie, but it's still kind of healthy.
Oatmeal
Wait,
cookie-
they're healthy,
Whoa,
Holly. These are
right.
healthy.
Right? Yeah.
No, wait, what? No, hang on.
Because it has. Whoa! Hey! Wow! Hey! Watch out! Watch out!
I have to eat healthy cookies now because I got busted.
Busted for
I got
what?
busted.
You were out past 10?
Our neighbor, yeah, that too. Our neighbor gave our boys a bag of Oreos for take out the trash, something like that, and it was great. They had a couple, it was good. Well, then they're just kind of sitting there, and so I would kind of help myself to one or two.
I'm surprised.
Then I'm like, oh, because they'd forget whatever. And I'm
No,
like,
yeah,
I'm
of
just gonna
course.
go ahead and toss the remains of this bag that is now empty, and then. Out of nowhere, I hear, "You finished the bag of Oreos?" says Holly as she looks in the trash. And I see 3 little pale faces look at me like,
She threw you under the bus?
Oreos? Oh, yeah. Boom, boom.
Wait, okay, hang on. You weren't more in trouble because of the fact that your sons got given a bag of Oreos. They weren't in a sleeve, like in the normal protective sleeve.
They were in the bag with the open top.
Oh, okay. That's not a bag.
Yeah.
the
Okay.
tray.
That's not
That's
a
a
bag. That's
container.
misleading.
It's a container, yeah.
Yeah, because I thought you meant that your neighbor, some guy, just handed your kids a Ziploc bag filled with Oreos
From
and
a
said, "Knock
solid
yourselves
panel
out."
van.
Razor
Yeah.
blades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
boys.
our elderly neighbor who lives above us.
Have you guys
She's like,
ever
"Mom."
actually had like a razor blade in your candy? Have you ever found?
No, that's not real.
No.
It's pretty real.
No, it's not.
I
It's
might
pretty
have
real.
it once.
There was some. I heard a story
one time somewhere in a fairy tale.
Well, yeah, well, that's how fairy tales happen, right? I mean, come on.
That's right.
2 little kids got
One
lost in
time
the forest.
somewhere.
What happened to them, Daddy? Well, they found a witch who ate them. The end.
That's like, I feel like fairy tales probably were made up from that same, like, it started that way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, one day there were these two kids that got lost in the woods, and then you're actually trying to tell the story to your friends at, like, you know, at like a wine tasting party, and you have charcuterie everywhere. And eventually, like, you say, oh, yeah. And one of them's a grizzled, like Chicago cop. You know, and he's like,
Wait, they got lost. The Chicago guy got lost.
No,
he's
wait,
like-
no.
he's
He's
got
trying
the
to tell
BS
them.
detector,
He's
right?
telling like the people that are all like, you know, humming and dinging over this charcuterie board about like a case that he's working on. And he's like, yeah, we lost these young boys in the woods. And then all of a sudden, one of the kids comes downstairs and like, what are you talking about, Dad? And he's like, and there was a bear there, and the bear started singing a song about the little things in life. He called it the bare necessities, and then it turned into
a Disney movie.
and then it
Okay,
turns
I
into a
like the
fairy
way
tale
that
because
that
he's
was
trying
good.
to save them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Protect their innocence.
Protect their
Yeah.
innocence. That's a good point.
Well, fairy tales a lot of times would have a message, basically like, don't go into the woods or you might get raped. But instead of raped, they're like, there's a wolf in the woods.
Or a lady with an
Right.
oven that's going to
Yes.
cook you. And
Right.
yeah, same idea. Just
Steal
the woods
your
are bad.
innocence.
I think now
you.
though you can kind of lump those two cautionary tales together, right? You don't want, because people are dressing up as wolves, and those people are crazy weird old men, and you don't want your kids anywhere near that because of the wolf factor and the old man factor and what he could potentially do. to
Right.
your kids.
So they're old men in wolves' clothing.
well, if
Yes.
you've got a wolf
Yes.
sitting there saying, hey, want some candy?
You guys know about the furry thing, right?
Oh yeah, no.
Those people are all over. It's
Yeah,
terrifying.
do not. They're in the woods.
I think
Yeah,
I'd rather
Merry
meet a
Christmas.
They live in the
werewolf than
woods.
One of those like mascot people.
Yeah.
It's just quiet. And like,
No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's watch
Creepy.
some videos. Let's find
Yeah,
out.
so you know what?
Wow.
Yeah, so you know what? There's trending stories that are taking over,
are.
and none of them have to do with people in furry suits. So that's a good thing.
although if my beard gets much longer, it's
Hey.
gonna look like a furry suit.
That's true. So Eric, what do you say? I'm going to put this on the screen. I haven't read it yet, so I'm really scared. There are no razors in your candy, apples, sweets, or granolas, but there is a pretty giant chance they've all been laced with Ebola. You know what, Eric?
He actually-
that was good.
I want to know what this is from. I want to fact check this right now.
No, it's real. It's real. David's got a great. David's. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. We literally, like, Jake blacks out when we do the show. He doesn't remember.
My brain is a.
He watches it back. He's like, I said what?
Yeah, scary pile of mush. As
That's
soon as
just
these
his
lights
excuse.
Go on.
That's his excuse to say whatever he wants. Really, realistically. But the thing that's trending in California, especially,
Smokes and mirrors.
right?
Gone. You just took them all away.
That's good. That's right. No, we break the whatever wall that is that we just broke.
You just ruined. You
I
just ruined my
ruined the
ability
wall.
to just say whatever on this
That's
podcast
right.
and not get in trouble.
Well, no, it's still you still black out.
Right.
So, breaking news in the state of California, which it's not all that breaking, but there are things changing because
Breaking my heart.
we are back in the purple tier down here in Orange County, and our governor has decided, you know what? I'm going to teach you all a lesson. No more fun for you. So he's given out a lot of rules about Thanksgiving, about potentially Christmas, that, you know, basically you have to stay by yourself in a closet. That's essentially what he's saying. He's just stay by yourself in a closet.
Sounds
you
like
get
a
fed
typical
through a
Tuesday
hole.
for me.
It's you pretty much stay in prison.
I just scream
That's
and
what he's saying.
scream and scream in a dark closet.
Right.
Damn
Gnashing
commies.
of teeth.
I hide. I'm a lot like Anne Frank.
That's it's Anne Frank Thanksgiving. Look at that.
And Thanksgiving.
That is the best
And
Hallmark
Thanksgiving.
special.
That's right. You know what? That should be the next Hallmark
And
movie. Hallmark,
Franksgiving.
you can have it. You can have it. And Thanksgiving. Compliments of Chris Cody.
Happy Anne Franksgiving.
So he's made all these
Where's my
rules
full name?
to try and ruin our life. That's what he's trying to do.
That's
Yet,
intent.
surprise, surprise, Newsom is not following his own rules. Can you believe it? Gavin Newsom, if you haven't heard already, ignored his own COVID guidelines at a birthday party. Yes, that's right. Our glorious, honest governor decided that he was going to just go and show up at a birthday party with a bunch of people and say, you know what? Those rules aren't for me,
it
guys.
says over 12 guests.
He's above.
Yep.
That's,
he was.
I mean,
he was.
that's
and,
a sad birthday party.
and did you? Well, it was an adult birthday party at a winery.
Charcuterie.
His
Charcuterie.
winery, probably.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't
Never
his.
has to close.
That never has to close. That's right. But he was there, and he says so. I'm not going to show the video because it's really long and boring, and he says a lot of because he does that when he talks. You ever notice that?
No.
You ever
Like
listen to
Obama?
him talk? No, it's not a good. It's like so we gonna try and
Wait, how do I
make you stay home because COVID.
How do I read the words on the teleprompter and look like I'm emoting?
It's all an acting trick.
Yeah.
There was no teleprompter.
No.
Did you hear that whole thing?
This is not the teleprompter you're looking
No,
for.
everybody was talking about how when Trump was giving Biden all that garbage for like messing up the stuff on a teleprompter, and then Biden's like, there wasn't a teleprompter. Let's move on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that was a whole thing. Like Trump was like, you can't even read a teleprompter, and Biden's like, there wasn't one. And then you check the footage, and then there were some.
And then
some
they said,
events,
and then they
there
said, actually, Mr. Biden, there was a teleprompter.
that robot thing,
What's that glass in front of me with words?
smoke and mirrors.
There's no one telling me to prompt things. So, anywho,
I don't read the words. They tell me what to say in here.
It's all my secret earpiece. So yes, he went in and he's decided that he's above the law that he makes, and so we've decided here at TSTO that we are also above the law that he makes. So we're gonna have Thanksgiving with lots of people.
That's right.
That is a
Internet.
really bold thing to say on the internet.
Chris, are you? What's your Thanksgiving plans?
I think we're going to see some family.
Yeah, like all in one place, or are you gonna Zoom? I saw.
Zoom to that one place.
Yeah.
So I saw somebody.
He's here. He's on fire tonight, baby.
I saw somebody talking, or there's a politician talking about how you could, do Thanksgiving safely, and you could just, have a Zoom Thanksgiving and eat your goodies by yourself. Who's gonna cook a whole turkey by themselves? Like
You
times
can
10.
cook a whole chicken.
Well, I know you could cook a whole chicken. That's
But
just
that's not
stupid.
turkey.
It's just stupid. It's just really dumb. The whole thing's dumb.
I wouldn't do it. I would call people on Zoom because they live out of state.
Right, yeah, because they're not something that you can just like, hey, come over to my house for Thanksgiving.
They're actually a distance away.
Yeah, like
Right.
a real distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, comment below. Tell us what are you guys gonna have big Thanksgiving plans? Holly, it looks like Holly's giving up your Thanksgiving plans here. She says, I don't understand why the color was purple. And my 8-year-old said the governor must have he must have watched Inside Out. Fear is purple.
That's right.
That is amazing.
That also
I
has
didn't
nothing
realize
to do with
that.
their Thanksgiving plans.
No, it doesn't. But sounds
Read before you put them on the screen.
They're
We had
going to
a
watch
meeting
Inside
about
Out.
this
They're going to watch
earlier
Inside
this
Out.
week.
You've blacked out, so just don't say anything. Kim, what's going on, Kim? Kim says, luckily, I have a surgery 5 days later. Have to literally plan a meal for 1 month. Oh, that's a bummer.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
Well, you could do a chicken.
You could do a chicken.
Smaller turkey.
Right. It's like a baby turkey. Wait, no, baby turkeys are baby turkeys.
I went to this Korean fried chicken joint the other night.
Korean fried chicken?
Whoa, bro.
That sounds like it'd be good.
Whoa, it's so good. It's a whole chicken.
Where? Where is this place?
It's in Buena Park.
Ah.
A little hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. Anyway.
That sounds good.
It's like
Korean
they
fried
quarter-
chicken. So what do they do different?
Well,
it's not Kentucky fried
it's-
chicken.
it's-
So it's still KFC.
There's not a lot of breading involved in the frying of this chicken. There's still breading.
so it's like
There's still breading.
it's like hot wings kind of fried.
Kind of.
Okay.
And they quarter it, right? So you
Okay,
get all
yeah.
the pieces of this chicken, and the bone is still in there. So it's a big game where you put this big old blob.
a big game.
It is. You
play to
put
find
this
the bone?
big old yeah. And you like
What?
And the nice part, try to find the bone. Try to find the bone. That's a very
No, I mean I get it, but Chris.
children. I'm surrounded by children.
Oh no, you're not. You are. Yeah. Okay, you are.
You break the bone a little bit, and you get to suck out some of that sweet like meat butter
Yeah.
that is bone marrow.
Yeah. So Kim says give her
calcium comes
ideas.
Give you ideas?
I think Korean fried chicken's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
idea number one. The other one.
Stuff a chicken with some lemon balm and some rosemary, right? And then catch your drippings in a baking
Where are
sheet
you going?
underneath it. No, this is
Right.
actual
This is
cooking stuff.
like you're actually giving cooking. tips.
Yeah. And catch all your
Don't
drippings
cook
and
with
then use
Jake and Julia
use
Childs.
the drippings
Right.
as you're basting. So then remove the chicken, right?
Right.
And then what I personally like to do is put a little bit of butter
Right.
in that baking sheet that's
Yeah.
catching the basting stuff, and
Yeah,
pull that out once the butter is browned and started to mix with that liquid a little bit and baste it with that. And then you can have some like roasted garlic in the pan as it's going, some
Right.
shallots.
So this is week
Salt,
2 that we're
pepper.
very heavy food.
We're headed towards the feast of all feasts of the year.
That's true. So why wouldn't we?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Food is on
Thanksgiving.
the mind.
And Thanksgiving. There it is.
Right.
What, you know what? That's me trending on
eat
Twitter.
rats
next
off
time.
the bone.
Thanksgiving, you might have to eat nothing and just
Right, we eat
hiding.
rat,
Well, you just have to do it in a enclosed space.
and you also have to do
Quietly,
it blind
very
and
quietly.
deaf.
What,
No, that's
that's not
Helen
Anne Frank.
Keller.
That's Helen. It's not even close to this. So
I always get those two mixed up.
I know.
Is
yeah.
that just me?
Yes, it is just you.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
think so.
So Holly is actually now giving up the plants, hanging out with 4 households in one place. That's what we are doing for Thanksgiving.
But it's not 12 households.
12. No, it's 12.
This show is just incriminating.
That's right. If they watch this stream back, and they'll be like, "We're going to their house," but you don't know where we live.
It's negative
See?
publicity is good publicity, right?
That's right. Negative publicity.
Todd's
Good publicity.
address is.
Yeah, no. Kim is confused, Jake. She says, "Catch my drippings."
Catch the drippings. Chicken drippings.
I think
Not
I'm
your
gonna,
drippings, not
I'm
your
gonna
drippings.
written
The
message
chicken-
The
of the
chicken's
recipe.
drippings.
Yeah, no, I think she knew that, but I think she was like, okay, she's gonna. I need the whole recipe.
Okay.
Like because you were like
Man.
you were spelling it out.
Here's an easier way to do that
ABC,
recipe.
baby.
You go to the store and get one of those rosemary
Boo!
rotisserie chickens.
Yes,
Boo!
at Costco. At
Yeah.
Costco,
Or because they're bigger.
they're bigger
and they're
and
a better
better.
price.
Yeah,
for
lots
sure.
of hormones.
But also get the pre-made French bread loaf. or
yeah.
any kind of bread that you like, just a nice just bowl of it, not like pre-sliced. Tear it apart, dip it, and then
Viking style.
a nice wedge of like a sharp cheddar, and perhaps an ale, or if you're more of a wine kind of fan, a nice red maybe.
I feel like this is a food
A
off
full
between you
bodied
two.
Cabernet.
Yeah.
Is this a food off? Am I in the middle of something?
I
here?
think
am,
you
Am
are.
I experiencing?
Now,
like,
now here's something that's real fun
like
for the
delicious
kids back
dish
home.
on Saturday Night Live.
If you're trying to get away from the Thanksgiving of yore, right, where you had turkey and stuffing and potatoes and stuff like that,
Roast beef.
Here's
Yep.
a great way to get a little East Coast modern day flair in your Thanksgiving. Go to the store, pick out a really nice marbled ribeye, right? Freeze that baby.
That is the best cut of meat there is.
By far.
Hands down. Hands down.
You can't beat
That's
it.
pretty good.
Right.
Marbled ribeye, freeze it overnight. Pull that out. Slice very thin, like slivers
I know
off
you're
of it.
going
Go
with this.
all the way down.
Yeah.
Cut up some onions and some peppers. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this?
I see it.
You throw it into a pan with brown butter already in it.
Brown
and
butter.
you just start going to town. Sweat those vegetables first.
So, okay, describe sweating a vegetable.
Sweating the vegetables, it's when you put the
Put it on a
vegetables in the
treadmill,
pan. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's doing
Get
a
it
stress
going.
test
Yeah.
on these vegetables. See how fast they can run. No, you sweat the vegetables. You put it in a pan on a low simmer, right? And you start to let those vegetables get soft and release a lot of their juices, right?
Okay.
And then that's when you add your meat, because then your meat's going to help that process and help fully cook those vegetables. And vegetables just take longer anyway. So you're going to do that. Throw all that meat in there, mix that all up, get that same loaf of bread, right?
Yeah.
Cut it down the middle, mayo, face down on a skillet.
Oh, it's a Philly.
It's a Philly, baby.
You know what? That you went Philly cheesesteak from a place that I would never expect you to go.
Philly
Philly
cheesesteaks, give
When
me-
does the Jake cooking channel start? Because I think
Right.
that
Let's do that.
Kim says this is totally a food off. It really
Let's do
really
that.
is.
Let's do
Nona's
that.
here. Hi, Nona. How you doing? We're just talking about food because evidently that's like our favorite thing to talk about on this show.
I love food so much.
So yeah.
I'd marry it if I
Hey,
could.
so Chris calls vegetables food that food eats.
It's true.
I mean, it is true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
well,
That's-
You got to get them one way or the other.
yeah, right. Exactly. It's filtered or non-filtered.
you ever have
vegetables.
you ever have jackfruit?
Oh yeah.
Jackfruit
Yep.
and then like make barbacoa out of it?
Oh. Or pulled or it's
a fruit.
It's like like a palm.
Yeah,
Right?
it's like it's a southeastern Asian fruit.
They're weird looking.
They're the big ones
Yeah.
with the spikes, the green
yeah.
spiky guy,
Okay.
right? And you cut that out. You
They
scoop
look
up-
like a COVID molecule.
yeah. You scoop that
But
baby
one that
out,
you eat.
You throw it in a pot, right?
Just got some good
Throw
ideas.
throw the jackfruit in a pot. Start to simmer that baby up, but then you're going to add some like your chipotle chili, which is just ancho chilies that is like melted down and then roasted to a sauce. Right. And then it has like a bunch of like curry and seasoning and stuff and paprika and stuff like that. You throw that in on top of the jackfruit. And you start stirring that up a little bit, put a little honey in there, right? And then sugar. It's huge in vegan stuff, right?
Well,
but
honey is sugar. That's God's sugar.
Sure, but I mean, I'm saying honey, like maybe 2 tablespoons of honey.
That's it?
Yeah, and then like a cup of sugar. And then you mix that baby up. And
it's super good.
You throw it in a taco?
Nona says she grew up with jackfruit.
Yeah, you did.
Like next door, or was like jackfruit was your neighbor?
Jackfruit was your neighbor? Yeah, Jack Frost was mine.
Yeah, well. Hey, but you know what? Food's good and stuff, but what happens after you eat food is sometimes you need toilet paper.
Poop.
That's right.
And guess what's happening again, Jake? I think everybody saw your movie, and then Governor Newsom's wonderful announcement that we're shutting things down again.
I manifested
that. You have manifested. What's that?
He's probably got stock in Charmin.
Oh, he definitely has stock in
Charmin.
Yeah, Charmin.
It's better than Angel Soft.
I agree. Angel Soft's but let's get to the story.
Dude, we had one ply in our house for a little bit.
Toilet paper is once again missing off the shelves. And Chris told me this the other day. He said, you know what, dude? Toilet paper's gone again. I said, no, it's not. You're not serious. And he's like, no, seriously, I'm going to Costco when they open to wait in line for toilet paper. I thought, this can't be real. I said, you have to go and be our man on the ground.
Yeah,
we just need a stick.
During the first time when the COVID thing, the lockdown happened, and it was really bad. I mean, it was like I went to Costco and it was almost like being at Disneyland with the switchbacks of the line. I was there. The Costco opened at 9. I was there at 6:45.
This was the first time.
The first time.
Yeah.
And I was already like the third switchback on the front of the store. And by the time I got in there, like they had a line. Like you're in the line, and then you get into the store, and then you stayed in line all the way to like the paper products and the waters and stuff like that. You got that stuff, one per customer or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you were free to go through the store and get your other groceries and stuff.
Wow.
And did they make you moo while you were moving through the store?
I just did that myself.
You played the part well.
I'd be like, oh, and then like make eye contact with someone and be like, oh.
Hey, you know what a cow on a train sounds like?
But we don't need to talk about a cow on a train. That's good. Thanks. But so we had Chris go, and I was like, we have to document this and share it with the people. So Chris went and really just checked out. Is this really happening again? Are we having a toilet paper shortage based on Jake's movie and Governor Newsom's order? So let's check it out. It's all your fault. Let's check out Chris's trip to Costco.
Hey guys, this is Chris at Trending Stories taking over. I'm doing a field assignment.
Like you.
Going to check out the new craze with the
Hey, wait a second.
toilet paper catastrophe, or the toilet paper. I don't have a good name for it. Jake would have a better name for it.
Do you have a better name?
Anyways,
Crisis?
I came to Costco yesterday to get my groceries. There was no toilet paper.
The no-lit
at
paper.
all. They'd be cleaned out. So now I'm here
Toilet paper.
right as it opens, and we're going to find out exactly what's going on here at Costco.
Such happy music, and these people are waiting in line before it opens.
So there was a big line to get in, but
It creates much fear.
so far I'm free to clear to walk wherever I want to right now, so we'll see what's going on. I've seen a few carts now of like several packages of TP, so
Look at the Starbucks map.
Have taken all of
Look at
it for themselves, but we'll find out.
And there was,
That's a lot of toilet paper.
I want to jump in that.
But they're limiting. So there's something going on.
Success today. I got the toilet paper. Looks like Costco knows what they're doing this time around. So, yeah. Go to Costco. Get your toilet paper. Wipe your bum.
That was good. So, but here's the question I have. How many people do you have to punch to get that out the store?
Only 3, and one was a midget, so that's like 2.5.
2.5.
That's just a dream, though. I mean,
To punch a midget?
Oh no, I don't think that's what he was
And
talking about.
Thanksgiving!
And Thanksgiving. That's right.
Just that scene from Elf. I just always wanted to, be a part of that.
You're an angry elf.
Yeah, you see that scene and you go,
Call me
man,
elf
I
one
could have
more
taken
time."
Dinklage. I could have taken that dink.
But so we still never understood why people were freaking out about toilet paper and paper towels the first time. Steve's not here tonight, or not yet. He'll be here soon. But he said he had the same thing when he went to just the grocery store.
Right.
That they're out again, and I don't understand Why in the world is this happening again?
Haven't they been limiting it to one per household or one per customer
Forever.
since the beginning?
Correct.
Yeah, but there's ways around that apparently. Because I saw one lady who had 2 shopping carts.
This is for my niece.
Of it.
I'm getting this one for my niece.
She had like a kid or something to go and do it next. Or the first time I went.
So she had 2 full shopping carts.
Well, she pulled up to a house in a panel van with a bag of Oreos, and she grabbed a couple kids to go,
on,
then that
Jimmy.
way they were able to get more
she's
toilet
like,
paper.
You need to put on a fake British accent, and you need to say, "Please, sir."
But how many cookies may I have?
The problem is that we're not just using this for sanitary reasons. This is also our blankets. And our pillows.
Like they sleep with the
But I want a
toilet. No, I
toilet
don't.
paper Newsom's house. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
That'd be fun.
You can have as many as you'd like, sir.
Probably big. We need a lot.
Nona blames the media. I agree. I blame the media for most everything
Sorry again.
these days.
I mean,
Like, no, not our. We're alternative media. We're safe, guys. You can always trust us, even though Travis, our fact checker, is not here tonight. You can always we are spot on with the jokes.
Trust no one. Okay,
right,
that's
yeah,
like
pretty
kind of
much.
what I'm learning is
Yeah.
like trust no one.
Trust no
Don't
one.
Get your
I mean,
news
except for
solely
us.
from here, Holly.
Right, but totally do it from here, Holly. That's really how it works.
Watch us, enjoy us, love me,
And realize that we're the
wrong
best
all the
place for
time.
news. Wait, no.
No, we're wrong all the time. I'm not saying. I mean,
We've only had one
read
retraction.
Stories,
We've
right.
only had one
Right.
retraction
But that's
ever.
the thing is we read stories on
Right.
the internet, so there's very little room for error.
Right.
But like
Because we're always right.
I don't trust nobody. Oh, dude,
Or
I
we're
should have
quick to
sent
say
you
we're
this.
sorry.
You what?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. We're good at that too.
So the toilet paper's missing. I don't know how long it's going to last. But at least we know that Tesla is still on the move, trying to get self-driving cars to us because they are now about to release a new full self-driving beta with fundamental improvements. A wider release could be coming soon. So
why does it look like a video game on the actual?
because that's how you drive. That's a self-driving Tesla. It's a video. It's actually
video
Mario
game?
Brothers. It's Mario Kart. Is how that's how they've
You
programmed
remember that
the
game
driving.
Rocksmith?
Yes, Rocksmith.
You
yeah.
remember learning scales?
Yeah. Okay. Oh
That's
yeah. Okay.
exactly
Look at that.
what it looked like in the game.
That's and you're weaving between traffic. Look at that.
Love it.
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
I saw
Do you think that's-
Tesla the other day, and I was afraid that it was going to run into.
Do you think that's real? Now wait, he's touching the steering wheel.
I think that's just like human like instinct. Just got to be there, got to catch
Yeah,
it. That's
I
like
guess
dad
so.
vibes.
But here's my question. It says fundamental improvements. I hear fundamental improvements, and I think that's kind of like pretty basic things that need to be fixed. Fundamental improvements. Am I right?
yeah.
Like basic things, and they're releasing it.
Wait a minute. Fundamental meaning like this is
the
how the
building
car
blocks.
goes.
Yeah.
This is how the car doesn't go.
Right.
So
you think they
they're
would have told him
trying
that?
to fix this?
Yeah. I don't know if I still don't trust the self-driving
I don't
cars.
trust I don't trust news.
No.
I don't trust cars. 2020 is making me a nihilist. Nothing matters.
Wow.
Nothing matters.
Wow.
Right, Steve?
Hey, I don't even trust my clock.
That's right. No,
I thought it was ish.
it is.
And I was-
It's still ish. It's ish.
I hear the same thing from you every single week. When are you just gonna get with the ish program, Steve?
I did. I thought.
He did. He's here. It's ish.
It's our ish,
It's
not your
nine,
ish.
It's not 9 o'clock yet, so we still have right on time.
Okay,
but
you're
you're
all right.
wearing your duck shirt, Steve. I feel like in
woke
mourning?
I woke up this morning and thought it's November. It should be hockey season.
Ah, that's too bad. But you know what is true?
Sorry.
Is behind you is the Steelers sign, and they are 9-0, baby.
First
yeah.
time ever. First time ever.
I hope I can block that sign.
Yeah, no, you get out of that way. Yeah, 9-0, man.
I will say this one time and
Steelers.
one time only, and you better just go back and watch it over and over again because I will never say it again.
Dallas,
No.
they're all injured.
Yeah, I've given up. I want the Steelers to take it.
What? Yes. Oh, my man. You know what? You can stay.
I think Big Ben deserves it. I think he deserves
agree.
it. And I think if he does take it, he's leaving.
Yeah, it'll be leaving on a high note.
Leaving on
I
the
think
high
To
note.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
he's gonna go take.
To play tight end.
He'll take Gronk's spot. I tell you what, though.
Oh, they do the dual tight end?
Oh, Gronk and
Oh, man.
can you
could
believe
imagine-
Roethlisberger
Could you
on a tight
imagine
end?
Olsen going to the Bucks.
Oh, man.
That would be a nightmare for everyone involved.
That'd be pretty bad. No, I was talking with my buddy Jason on Facebook the other day, and he's a Saints guy. And I was like,
yeah?
wouldn't that be a matchup?
I want to see Taysom Hill start instead of Jameis. We can't do this.
No.
We can't go to old man.
It's going to be Jameis Winston.
It's going to be.
It's going to be.
It has to be.
It's got to be
that's-
this weekend.
That's even what Sean Payton said was that like mid-game, Breeze goes down, we throw in Hill because he's already been playing.
Right.
Starting, though, it's always going to be Jameis Winston.
Why? Because Jameis Winston.
Well, also because Taysom Hill is really valuable.
Yeah, well,
That's,
and-
like, not the quarterback position.
And Michael Vick said tonight on Thursday Night Football, he's saying it's going to be Jameis Winston. So, Michael Vick is a commentator now?
That's insane.
And he's got dogs with him and everything?
Does he?
No, he doesn't. But he should.
And
I
when
was
somebody
hoping.
disagrees with him, he's like, he
Hey,
looks at the dog.
You got my dogs? My dogs. Yeah.
It's like, which one are you? Michael
You can
Irvin's
tell
like,
he's really
which one
new.
are you talking to? Me or the actual pit bull?
You can tell he's new. Like he's nervous.
He's no
with
Romo?
He's with Antonio Gates. Or Tony
Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez.
We can't start football
we
right now.
can't.
We're in
But
the
you know
middle
what?
of talking about Tesla.
You know what? 9-0. 9-0. That's all I got to say.
That's great.
Tesla is not 9-0 because they keep pulling back the self-driving. They keep
That's
pulling it
fine
back.
with me.
I don't want them on the road like that.
Raise your hand if you want a self-driving car.
I mean, I'd like one. I just want it to work.
No, I don't want one at all.
What?
My favorite thing about life right now is driving.
But then on a long road trip, you could be like, I'm just going to kick back for a few.
I would rather drive and just zone out.
But you can't Netflix while you're driving.
That makes me
With full
feel sick.
attention.
That's quitter talk.
That's quitter talk.
That
No,
is
it's
quitter
not.
talk.
That's quitter talk. Eric's back to the toilet paper thing.
Yeah, we're
He's back to the
really
OG.
reeling it back.
The OG 2020 toilet paper crisis began in Australia because people thought most of their stock came from China. Like in Jake's video, the fear of a crisis caused the crisis.
Sounds about right.
You know what? It's all because of your movie.
It's all media driven.
Yeah, it's all media. That's what
That's what
Nona
Nona
said.
said.
Yeah, that's what Nona said. Steve, you and Nona are right on the same path. Great minds, right?
Yep.
Great
alike.
minds.
Great. Same book.
Same book.
Same
So
page.
you know what? I'm just curious though. So Elon is
We need
having
a
trouble
hero.
with this with the self-driving. He needs a hero.
Mm-hmm.
He really does. He needs a hero, and we can all watch a hero, not only in the theaters but also on another platform with no extra cause, because breaking the Wonder Woman 1984 movie that is going to be released will be released on HBO Max the same day it's in theaters.
But when is that?
So that's coming up this spring.
Christmas
Okay.
Day? Or
Is this Christmas Day? So yeah, so
Well,
right
that-
here.
well,
What
that's
theater's gonna be open?
Yeah, no way.
Just release it on HBO Max.
Right. Well, that's the other thing, is especially like when our theaters aren't open right now. Everything's shut back down. But the thing that's interesting here is because this whole
December
started with the
25th.
Trolls, right? This all started with
yeah.
the Trolls World, whatever. They went to, was it Netflix?
I'm excited.
They went to Netflix and they went to
Is it
and
Trolls
theaters.
Disney?
No.
No,
It's like Universal.
it's Universal.
Oh,
right.
well.
That was the whole Universal AMC thing, or Regal or whatever. So, but
I don't think it was Netflix.
But Wonder Woman is going to go, they're Warner Brothers. They're going to go HBO Max on December 25th, and they're going to be in theaters. Now, how does this make sense for the movie studios? Like we've talked about this before.
Right.
It makes sense for movie studios because of the fact that they're still going to be getting revenue from all the places other than ticket sales, right?
Right.
So they're still going to be making money, hopefully, and that's what is really scary as this whole thing keeps progressing with the film industry. Is that now we're looking at these studios have to find a way to make ends meet like they always have.
Yeah.
Right. We've always needed to end up in the black. And that's always been a massive question mark.
Right.
Is it all comes down to opening weekend.
Yeah.
Opening weekend is a sign for how you're going to do over that entire series of releases in different theaters and your entire run within the theaters. Taking that away now, you still have merchandise, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still have the ability to, I don't know, get some sort of dividends from these streaming services. I'm sure that they have to pay, they pay licensing fees for sure.
Yeah, right.
But they probably also do some sort of streaming thing, like kind of like Spotify does with ASCAP and all these different
based on how many views and stuff
Right.
like that. But it can't.
It's
it
not gonna
can't
equal the
match.
same.
But it's making the studios have to deal with what the music industry had to deal with years ago. moving
Yeah,
into
no,
the new
totally.
era, and it's just forcing them to move quicker than they wanted to.
Right. Yeah. So it's going to come out on December 25th. It's Christmas Day. It's going to be on HBO Max.
know
But
what
like
they're
the
like.
question that Chris asked, he's like, so how do I get HBO Max?
Right.
And I was like, well, just get the free trial or pay $15 for the month and watch as many movies as you can and then shut
I
it
thought
off.
some of them were doing away with the free trials now because of that.
They might be. They might be.
That
but
would be genius.
I think it'd be worth $15 for the month though to get that movie, and then I know that the Snyder Justice League cut is coming out too. So
yeah. Well, but see, that's the hook.
Right.
They're gonna be like, you get it for Wonder Woman, and then you get it for the Snyder cut, and you're like, oh, but we're also gonna have this other new release, and then they're gonna be, then you're sucked in.
I mean, but that's the thing is, I guess there's everybody gets what they want. You know what I mean? Like everybody has like a different way to consume content. For me, I have all of the major streaming services, and like the only reason that that's the case is because I want to shop around on all of them. I want to see what the new stuff is, right? Like there's this, what was it called? I think it's called His House or something, but
I think I saw an ad for that.
It's the new 2020 horror movie on Netflix, right? I was like, oh man, I got to see this. Unbelievable. Probably the best movie I've seen in 2020 so far. But then on top of that, I'm pretty sure it's His House.
that's scary.
But on top of that,
he has a bag of Oreos in a panel van.
yeah, you better watch out. Yeah, His House, Netflix original. It's unbelievable. You need to watch it. You need to watch it. But then also after I'm done with that, you know what? I want to go see something else. Like I'm also really into this show called The Truth Seekers on Amazon Prime. And it's this really fun.
What's that one?
It's a comedy about ghost hunters.
Oh.
And it's like,
you've told me about that one.
dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. But anyway, so like I personally, who engages in a lot of media as far as television is concerned, I want those options. So I know for me that I'm going to be somebody that's going to have all of them regardless of what, you know, is within my means.
Right. Well,
To be able to have those options.
but so here's the thing though. Is it enough to keep funding blockbuster movies? That's what I don't know if it, because what's the budget for Wonder Woman? Look up what's the budget for
Only
Wonder
if
Woman.
they could control the memberships for the subscriptions and stuff. You know, like if they had their own, like
Well, like Warner Brothers would have their own subscription service to say, hey, come watch all our new release movies.
right.
200 million, right in the ballpark of normal.
Because like a Disney
So, okay,
Plus.
200 million is the budget for making Wonder Woman.
It's technically low budget. It is. I mean, technically, the mean budget for what a film like this is going to be done at.
Yeah, it's gonna be higher than that.
It's going to be 250 million is normal.
So we were actually in Washington D.C. when they were shooting the Wonder Woman 3 years ago. We were at a Fat Burger and or not a Fat Burger. What's the other one?
That's
Five
where
Guys.
Ice Cube goes.
Five Guys. So we were at Five Guys and the street was blocked off, and we're like, oh, what's going on out here? And then this guy came in and he had a crew shirt on, and I was like, what's going on? So I talked to him. He's like, oh yeah, we're shooting Wonder Woman right out here.
very sweet.
So they had like all these cars were set up. It was going to be like a street scene, like chase or fight or something. And I wanted to stick around and watch it because like we could see it from the window.
Yeah.
But it took a long time. We were there
Oh,
for like
yeah.
45 minutes, and they were just moving cars and standing around.
Oh yeah, it's set
Holy
that day.
moly.
If they had just
hurry up
gotten
and wait.
there,
Yeah, no kidding, man.
but that is what all of film is.
I mean, that's kind of what it is. That's true. Because especially because you got to get the shot right.
yeah,
Right.
And you only have so many, especially with that, where I'm assuming they were probably blowing something up, or
Right.
they were having car crash things. Like, there's a lot to set up in that. And you look at the budget, and then you say, can you support making these kind of movies where you shut down a street in Washington D.C. in the middle of summer? It was 4th of July when we were there, so it's high tourist season. Right. And can you afford to make these kind of movies without your own streaming service? Because Netflix can do it because it's their own money.
Yeah.
Amazon can do it as their own money.
But where's that money coming from?
Disney can from their subscriptions.
Right.
But past subscriptions, right? It takes more than subscription money to make either a television
Netflix?
series. Yes, big time.
What other money does Netflix get?
Investors.
Well, okay, but there's a revenue side of that. Like they're investing because of the revenue side.
I would be.
There's no other revenue side.
I think you would be surprised to find out
You're
how
talking to a certified public accountant in the state of California.
No, I understand that you understand money, but where this money comes from is different than how the money is used, right?
Comes from the mob.
There's so maybe The Godfather's big for a reason.
But the point is, they wouldn't invest and they wouldn't spend the money on it if they didn't know they could get it back.
Studios,
yeah,
give money to Netflix
to be on the
in order, like let's
Netflix
say,
licenses the shows.
If Netflix buys licenses from the studios,
Right.
But what the studios will do is if Netflix is trying to film something on their lot or use their studio.
So gotcha.
Then like Warner Brothers, like their actual studio may go, okay, you know what? I'm going to say we want to have some part of our hand in your pot for whatever's going on with this film. You can use this piece of our property or this part of our studio for this price.
Right.
And that
standard.
That's been standard all the time.
That's not weird.
No. That's standard all the time, but that's a massive amount of revenue coming into budgets for Netflix.
I don't know that that's enough to support. Now, our Netflix budget's the same.
$5 million is a tiny amount of a budget for a movie, but that's still a lot of money.
What's a Netflix series cost to run?
Netflix series?
Like let's go Stranger Things.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Okay, let's find out what it is.
Season.
That's right. I mean, if you go season by season, like it can't be. I just don't see how movie houses are going to survive without their own streaming service. I know a lot of them have.
So the first season of Stranger Things was $6 million.
$6 million per episode, right?
Wow. But that's the thing too, is that think about the difference in crew size when you're talking about a TV show versus a movie.
Yeah.
Like Stranger Things, there was only 40 people on their actual set.
The entire crew?
No, not the entire crew.
Oh, okay.
There was 40 people on their set decking team.
Okay.
Right? And this was for the last season that they did when they completely built that mall from the ground up. Like that entire mall was built by 40 people in 1 month.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So basically all of these people are working on practically nothing. And most of the reason why is because of the incentive of having Stranger Things on their resume. So there's so much give and pull within this industry that like there's certain like ways that you can make your way around with a little amount of money, but there's always going to be a certain amount of money there. It's going to change drastically now because of what's going on, especially like, I don't know, to answer the question that we're asking right now specifically though, are we going to see more studios doing movies with $200 million budgets or $250 million budgets or what have you? Probably not a lot, right?
At least not until theaters can open back up.
Right, exactly.
But like Wonder Woman was filmed 3 years ago. Like that's what
Black
the other
Widow
one.
And a lot of those movies are supposed to come last summer. Like,
right. That's already done. So now they have to deal with where they're at, right? But going forward, are there any movies filming now?
A couple.
Like big budgets.
As far as movies, I'm not too sure. I know that there's a bunch of TV shows that are filming.
Yeah, well, and that and
Disney
series
Plus
makes
series.
sense. Yeah, series. And do you guys watch This Is Us? Do you watch This Is Us? I watch This Is Us, and they have gone full social justice warrior. It's so annoying, but I still like the characters, so I got to watch the show. It's so cringy. They're wearing masks in the show. It's disappointing. But anyways,
Georgia's the new LA though, man.
Georgia is the new LA. Atlanta's bringing it up, man. So movies are happening.
40,000 production workers.
Workers
will find jobs at 75 projects which are expected to start filming within the next 18 months.
Okay, so there's a lot of change that could happen in there.
This is from the beginning of this month.
In November. Yeah, that's before election day. So who knows what's going to happen? I mean, with the election and when that gets decided, that could go one way or the other.
A cutoff date for that, or is that just when they
for the election?
December 5th.
Yeah, that's when they're supposed to do
the
the actual electoral
voting,
college thing. So, but there's a bunch of stuff up in the air. It's a weirdest thing ever. If you've done any of the research on the details of stuff, it's crazy. There's a lot of things that are happening. Shenanigans happen in our elections, and we got to get them fixed.
right?
So
I just want get it over with. Pick one.
you know what? People have picked one. People have picked that they do not like the fact that Twitter and Instagram keep changing their platforms because Twitter now has started something that they basically stole from Instagram where they call fleets and audio spaces, which are basically stories And people hate it.
Yeah.
People are really irritated with it. Now, I have not updated, so I don't have fleets. I don't have the ability to
Neither do
fleet.
I.
But there are people that are talking all about it. There's on Twitter, like every day, there's at least 5 people that I see that they tag Instagram, like, hey, Instagram, can you please fix your platform? Can you please fix your app? Because this is brutal. I haven't updated, so I'm not updating.
Well, I haven't updated for a while. One of the things that I was told the other day, a buddy of mine, we were watching a movie, like this is probably 2 weeks ago, but we were sitting next to each other and I was on my Instagram and he looks over and he's like, wait a minute, you can still see how many likes somebody got on their post?
Yeah, they took them all off.
Really?
Yep.
I don't want to, I'm keeping that.
When, like, I think on Facebook a lot of times they've taken the views off of videos, like with the updates, and they're trying to anonymize things, and so it's probably better so they can easier shadow ban things, and you can't really tell, hey, are my videos getting traction, are they not?
That's
so just pay for it.
crazy town.
Yeah, so Twitter is trying to change things up. Now they have got the Parler thing. People are leaving Twitter. Twitter and Facebook and Google are all in front of the Senate right now, getting hammered for silencing people, not silencing people. It's just a big mess, and they got to figure it out. But Eric says at this point, Twitter's even more of a cesspool than 4chan. I truly do not understand the appeal. So I like Twitter I like Twitter from the standpoint of you can see so many different people talking about so many different things, and you can and getting in the comments, it actually is really entertaining.
It's so entertaining.
It's super entertaining.
It's fun because like half the time I feel like I'm watching something or like I'm reading something that somebody doesn't want me to read. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Well, there's
so fun.
And there's so much like anger.
Well, I was
much anger.
I was going to talk about that too because
Yeah.
today I actually just went onto my Twitter to like scroll through and see a couple of the responses because I really only use it to talk to like 3 people. Like, and we just make jokes back and forth at each other. But I was on like my main feed and like 4 or 5 posts in a row. I should have taken a screenshot of it and sent it to you. 4 or 5 posts in a row. The first word or the first words were I hate. And it was just all different things.
Yeah.
Like one of them was like, I hate waking up too early for my shift because then I have to sit around and wait for a bad time. And I was like, that's a really positive outlook on things.
Yeah. Twitter is dark.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, Twitter's dark. I do have to say though, the thing that, especially with the election stuff, it's you have to be careful because there are people in there that are like making threats and all kinds of weird stuff, and you get sideways. I mean, any social media right now, it's so polarized. And Parler they're calling it a free speech. I'm on Parler. I have Parler. I don't go on it a lot. It's basically it's a free speech Twitter is what it's called.
I like Parler.
So Parler, you should go on and check it out. But right now, because everybody's leaving Twitter because they're upset about the conservative suppression, it's all conservative, like hardcore conservative stuff. So now the one thing I do like is it's still in timeline order. So you see it based on real time, which I hate that they took that option away for Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Like it's all algorithm based. Parler's not that way. They're not censoring stuff unless it's like extreme.
So it's the social media we need.
It's trying to be. And then Rumble.
Minus
Have you heard about Rumble?
No.
So Rumble is like a YouTube competitor.
Rumble is like a dating app, but the dudes message us.
Rumble and Bumble, baby. Yeah, so Rumble is competing. So there are now new platforms that are out there trying to compete. And places like Twitter have to do something to make something to give you a reason to stay, right? Other than just the angry SJWs that are telling people that they're racist because they're talking.
Right.
Like that's the part of Twitter that's bad. But
Hey,
at the
did you
same
know
time,
the calculator app added stories.
I
So
saw
that's
that.
pretty cool.
I saw that. Yeah, it's right. Is it in this? It isn't in this because this is actually a legitimate article about it. Dang, that was funny. Where was that? Because I saw
It's
that
all
too.
over-
Oh,
it's
I think it was
all
on
over
Twitter.
Twitter, yeah.
It was on Twitter. Yeah, somebody posted the
retweeted
calculator.
it.
You retweeted
Yeah,
it. That's what it was. Yeah. Somebody had their calculator. They had like 9, 5, and then like a pound sign.
3,
And they were like stories.
Face.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, man,
that was funny. So, but I don't understand why Twitter just be Twitter. Twitter just
Yeah.
be Twitter.
Right.
Don't try to be Instagram.
I think we're getting way too like gloves on. You know what I mean? We're
Kid gloves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're, like batting each other around with oven mitts, you know? And that's not fun unless
Yeah.
you're having a flower fight in the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean that's
fun.
kind of worth it,
Yeah.
and it's in slow motion, and then you turn it into this
man.
amazing.
And then
epic-
risky
yeah.
business music is playing in the background. So is that just ZZ Top?
I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah, I think so.
So Twitter's trying to change
Sharp dressed man,
things.
right?
And I don't. I
Old
think.
time rock and roll.
Yes.
Yeah. What? That's Huey Lewis in the News, isn't it?
We're gonna
Take
pretend it
those
is.
old records off the shelf. Wait,
Limp
who is that?
Bizkit. Limp Bizkit Day was Friday, or is it this Friday?
There's a Limp Biscuit Day?
Yeah, and apparently it's a
What?
huge thing, and I missed it.
I had no idea about Limp Biscuit Day.
Yeah, there's
I
a
used to
whole
listen
day.
to Limp Biscuit
Are they still
all
a
the time.
band?
I think it's a big negatory.
I don't
good
know.
buddy.
Is Real Big Fish still a band?
It's that.
Corn's still a band.
Of course, well, except they don't have the
Korn is all
head.
Christian now. It's no.
No.
Head came back.
Wait,
This
they're
happened
not all
years
Christian.
ago.
Just Head's Christian.
No, Head came back and like converted like 4 of them.
What?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna find it.
No
now.
way.
I'm gonna find it.
Well, while you find that, Chris, what do you say?
I was gonna say probably not the lead singer though.
No, lead singer was the big. Everybody was like, "Oh man, he's Christian."
What?
No.
Yes.
no.
I mean, that's
Yes.
awesome, but
Hey, Eric has a
doubt
great.
it.
You know what, Eric? I like this question. Eric's question right now is probably the most important question of all questions. Does EBR have a day?
No,
What?
Not
we need
even
to
close.
get EBR a day.
not even close.
EBR?
Let's go.
It's
Eric's
been-
Bike Repair.
It's been like pulling teeth to get the Ford.
Chris is,
yeah, that's a band,
it's
right?
That's
Jake's,
my
it's
band.
Jake's band. It's Jake's band.
It's my band.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's been like.
And it's
Can I get
based on
tickets to your
Eric,
show?
who just made that comment. Eric's Bike Repair. That's Eric.
yeah?
That's Eric that just tweeted the namesake for Eric's Bike Repair.
Yeah.
So basically, it would be Eric's day.
That's awesome.
Right.
Well, he'd at
You
least get
play,
to celebrate.
You play
it.
music
Whoa.
to him. Wait.
Yeah.
Well,
Wouldn't it at least be a
Is this
month,
part of
not a
your
day?
cult?
Yeah, it
Maybe
should be a month.
Yeah,
It should be
I
a
want
month.
it to be.
Maybe it'll be not December. It can't be December because
No.
December is a special day.
April.
December and November and
Eric, to answer your
October.
question, we haven't had a rehearsal in a month because it's like pulling teeth to get us all in the room. Okay.
It's COVID. It's Governor Newsom's fault.
Is it pulling teeth or putting masks?
Oh, pulling teeth. I just started
punching
that
out
from last
teeth
week.
through a mask.
I think we just need to invite Governor Newsom to whatever you
Dude,
want to do.
turn this
and then
music
you can
off.
do it.
You don't like this music, Jake? What's going on? Is it making you crazy?
It's triumphant music,
It is
man.
too early. It is
It is
still too early.
exciting.
We have a week. Just a
oh.
week from today. That's
Right.
all I'm asking for is
And
one
Thanksgiving.
week.
And then
Okay, and then we can just move past this. Okay, but the only thing that's positive about this whole Christmas comes early
tell
every year.
us what is it?
Eggnog.
Eggnog for sure.
You can buy eggnog right now, and that's
Yeah,
awesome.
And all
and
its
peppermint
forms.
creamer.
Peppermint
Oh yeah,
creamer.
Yeah, man.
It's not even dairy.
I know. That's why I have it.
It's chemicals.
I know. It's not dairy.
You might not want to put that in your
But you know what eggnog is?
Eggnog is
What is
thick,
eggnog?
What's the
creamy
nog part of
goodness.
it? I know what the egg part is. What's the nog
cream.
part?
What's the egg part of it?
and
Eggnog.
I don't know what is
Spices.
eggnog.
Eggnog or eggnog.
It's nut-
Or
there's nutmeg in it.
eggnog. Historically
Eggnog.
is known as a milk punch or egg milk punch. Is a rich, chilled, sweetened dairy-based beverage. It's traditionally made with milk, cream, sugar, whipped egg whites, and egg yolks.
That'd be the egg part of the
That'd
nog.
be the egg part of the
think
nog.
Man, I
Nog is
hate
the
eggs, but
brandy
I love
part.
eggnog.
Nog
Yeah,
is
they're
the
missing the
brandy
brandy.
part.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man.
Tuwaka.
Tuwaka.
It's like a vanilla, like
Yeah.
whiskey.
Now, do you have any eggnog at home yet?
Sounds
No,
cool,
not
too.
yet. I had eggnog at a friend's house the other night.
Uh-oh.
Eggnog lattes.
What does having a day mean? That's a good
You just
question.
have a day.
Like a day. Like so if we
For
basically
Limp
said Limp Biscuit Day,
he's like
Fred Durst gets out there and goes, "Oh, we're gonna hang my
pretty much,
that?
but it's Spotify doing it for him. So you just get hit with Fred Durst all day long.
Man, that would you know
pretty
that
cool.
would give me a
He
headache.
did it all for the
you
nookie.
you can still
He did it
choose
all
to
for
listen
the-
to something
He
else.
did it all for the nog
So you get that cookie.
and put it on your wah. Right?
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Is
that actually?
Well, kind of.
Stick it up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. But if it's having a
Which
day
brings us
just
back to toilet paper.
That's not how you eat. That's like reverse eating.
yeah, it's reverse eating. But you know what? Twitter's trying to come up with new stuff. All places are kind of coming up with new stuff. You know, Amazon. Amazon is coming up with new stuff because they are getting in the drug business. That's right. Amazon
You need some bars.
is dropping
Hit up Amazon.
Amazon Pharmacy. I think they should call it Pharmazon, a delivery service for prescription medications. Now this,
So you can't go out to the stores.
Well,
you
they've
can't
been-
gather underneath bridges or on the corners.
But you can get lit
you can
off
get
Oxy
you
at
can
your
get
place.
Oxy
But
sent
they've
straight
been
to
in
your house.
pharmacy for a bit because they bought
have?
PillPack a couple years ago.
Right. So a little over 2 years ago, a $753 million acquisition of the prescription medicine delivery service, PillPack, exactly. Amazon has finally launched Amazon Pharmacy, its online and mobile prescription medication ordering and fulfillment service. So here's the thing. I'm looking at this and I'm like, they're setting us up to have no excuse to leave the house.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, basically, we can shop everything we want on Amazon. Right? Now we can get our pharmacy stuff on Amazon. Our cars are going to drive themselves. Like, why are they trying to put us in the Matrix
They're moving
already?
so far from where they started with books. They're trying to give you stuff.
That's true. That's crazy, right?
They're trying to give you stuff to make it harder to read books.
They want you to they just want you to set up a profile where they know everything now about you.
That's
what it
right.
is.
Absolutely. They're just tracking you and everything. And once they know your medications and what you've taken, and then they have a history of that, and they're tracking and tracing, and then they're going to make you take COVID tests, and it's going to be a nightmare.
Man, this is scary.
Well, there are home COVID tests now approved.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard the accuracy of them is very questionable.
Major question. If we can just spend all the time, energy, and resources on, getting home COVID tests, why don't we just stop making those and friggin' figure out a vaccine?
Well, but here's the thing. It's 98.
Tell me what the thing is.
So 90. It's 99.5% survival rate across the board.
Of the vaccine?
No, of
COVID.
Oh my gosh.
That is the survival rate. Okay,
That's terrifying.
If you're under 20, it's like 99.999997% survival rate. If you're under 50, it's like 99.97. If you're over 50, it gets to be like 98. If you're over 70, it's like 95% survival rate.
People keep getting it. They keep getting COVID. Everywhere they go, they get COVID. It's there. It's everywhere. It's going to get you.
Right.
Wear your mask.
Which don't actually do a whole lot. There's a study in Denmark. I mean, we can even get into it.
We've had a lot of
Well, there's a study now that says people who walk their dogs have higher chance of getting COVID.
What?
Dog owners have a higher chance of getting COVID.
Why?
That you can lie with numbers, can't you?
Because you can just say it. You can just say it and it makes it true.
We got 2 dogs, so then it's double the pleasure, double the fun.
Double mint gum. I mean, double mint COVID.
Double mint COVID.
So yes, a lot of people have died, Jake. You are correct. However, if you look at what we're doing with the vaccine, you still have to.
Well, we're already basically getting herd immunity.
Right. Which the vaccine just speeds that up. However, we've had a vaccine for the flu for years.
And it's only 30%.
The only reason I'm talking about the vaccine right now is because of the fact that literally it's almost like it's like one of those things. It's kind of like a placebo effect, but if we have that vaccine, so much of this nonsense is just going to go back to normal.
I don't think so.
I guarantee you.
I would be surprised if they do, because they've done such a huge push to make the fear real. And there are people you talk to that think you get COVID and you die.
There's a lot of social engineering going on.
Yeah, and it's a control thing that, if that was true, Jake. I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope the vaccine comes out that's like 99% effective or whatever the number was. It's stupid, crazy, awesome. But
95.
People are still going to be like, well, I'm not going to take it because it happened under Trump. Okay. So people aren't going to take it because whatever. There is going to be some reason they're going to say, well, no, we still got to stay inside. They're going to do it.
Yeah, because we like it now.
Yeah, because you can get your drugs at home.
Yeah.
You can get your drugs at home. Holly says, I think they're going to make everyone get the vaccine.
There's no way they could possibly ever do that.
Well, and they don't have enough of them.
Well, there's no way. The government would never be able to get everybody to take it.
Sure they will. Sure they will. Especially for kids. Can't enroll in school.
Yep, school.
That's the big one right there.
You have to get it for your job.
Like for college, for
college.
Aside from people that are like anti-vaxxers because they're afraid of what, like kids getting autism because of vaccines, I don't really know any, I don't really know anybody that wouldn't get a vaccine because of the fact that they can't go to school if they're over the age of schooling age.
Well, but the vaccine is not like polio vaccine where it's going to be gone. Like, it's already mutated. So it's like a flu vaccine where they're going to have to come up with a new one every year.
Right.
Which means it's not the same kind of thing as getting like your tetanus shot or your polio vaccine.
I'm hearing circles here.
I'm hearing a lot of them. It's a different type of vaccine than they've ever done before. It's an rDNA vaccine, and it's a whole new technology. So that's the thing that's unique about it. But they're saying that if it works, they're going to be able to combine a whole bunch of things into one: flu, COVID, all this stuff into one vaccine, and it's not going to be the same as the old days where you had strains of different viruses in you. But I don't know. It's still new technology, so we have to see how it goes.
Well, yeah, it's all new technology, and it happens so fast.
Yeah,
it's going to be crazy.
I think everybody's so sick of it, regardless if they're fearful or listening to one talking
Sick of
head
COVID?
or another. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
That like as soon as there's even an option, right?
Yeah.
I feel like obviously not all,
Right.
but I think the vast majority of people will flock to whatever that option is.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully that it
Wide
works.
is the path that leads to destruction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wish I did, Chris.
Well,
Wish I did.
The thing that I just hope that you're right. I just don't see it based on the patterns that we've been experiencing with the shutdowns and the control, and they've figured out they like it. I don't know. I hope you're right. I do. I hope you're right. I will be very surprised.
I mean, we want this stuff to go back to normal, right? But basically,
not gonna go back to normal.
everything that's everything,
There is no
everything that
normal.
we hear from everybody, even here on this show, is like, oh, it's never going to change. It's always going to be this.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, but you know what is good? If we
can buy
if we wanted to be
followers.
famous,
Yeah.
hey, look at this. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on HGG Click RU. So
And-
you know what?
and whoever-
maybe we should do that.
whoever you are, XR,
it's
Colin,
a Twitter. It's a Twitch person.
Yeah, whoever you are, we've had a couple of those jump into chat.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Whoever you are, you're really cute with using all those little things.
Where do you get those? What keyboard is that? What
French.
keyboard is that? Maybe it's the same keyboard that Amazon used to get this prescription drug thing opened up. Or maybe it is how people
coding.
are finding the worst passwords of 2020. The most common passwords are laughably insecure. So, Jake, have you read through the story yet?
No.
No. Okay, so what?
Man, I
Before
worked
we
8
get
hours
into
today.
them, okay. Before we get into them, let's go around the room and what do we think the least or the most common password would be?
Birthday.
In 2020. You think birthday?
Birthday.
You think birthday? Jake thinks birthday, like your personal birthday,
Like personal
not
birthday.
like Trump's birthday or
Right.
like
Right.
Biden's birthday
Right.
or like Lady Gaga's birthday.
Right.
Your birthday.
My
Okay.
birthday.
All right. Not your birthday.
August
but
14th,
the person-
1997.
That's that. Steve, what do you think?
I saw the story this morning, so I know the answer.
But okay. So Chris.
COVID sucks. 247.
So
525457.
here's the thing, guys. It's not
5
terrible passwords. Oh, we need to send this list to him.
I found a video of him shooting a basketball the other day, but I didn't understand half of what he said. So I didn't.
Woo! Shooting the basketball.
Spoiler, he's not good.
That does not surprise me. Mike,
Spoiler.
Mike, stick to your top fives.
Yeah,
Stick to
yeah.
those.
And COD, because you're really good at COD.
So,
like really good at COD.
so here's the thing, guys. It's 2020.
Right.
It's not 1995 when you had to like first come up with passwords. Which now keep that in mind. It's 2020. We've been doing passwords on the internet for a long time.
For about
And I've really gotten them committed to memory now.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I know what it is.
I
That
know-
one password.
That one password. I know what that password is. This list, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. The most common passwords in 2020 are the following: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
you're kidding.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Picture one. Password is still in the top 4 of passwords.
That's pretty sweet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just leave the 9 off.
All right.
All ones. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What? Like, is this for real? Is this for real?
I love you. That's cute.
I see this as just a buffer for hackers to
I
get
just
them
want-
before they get me.
Yeah, that's right. It makes me feel a lot better about my passwords.
Yeah.
I
It
just
makes
want to
me
know
feel a
what
lot
their
better.
username is, so I can go out and start doing stuff.
Just pick a username and just start putting in all these passwords.
Okay, now here's the thing. This is totally random. Did not know
Is
we were
your
going to talk about
password
this.
password?
No, my password's not password.
Password 1.
1, 2,
My-
3,
my
4,
password is-
5.
My pass. You know how I know my password's good? When I type my password into
It
any
says
new
strong.
site, it's all green.
It's all green.
It's
That's
all
how
green
you know.
and it goes. Good job, buddy.
I want to make something that needs a password so that when it's strong, it's just a picture of Arnold. He just goes, "This is strong. It's a strong one."
No,
if
but-
it's like bad, he's like, "You little girly man, come on."
No, it's Napoleon Dynamite.
No, but I was in a YouTube hole the other day, weirdly, because I haven't been in one of those in a long time. And
where do you find YouTube holes,
they
Jake?
find you, man. You just
That
fall
kind
in
of
it.
magic pipe from Mario.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah, and then it's the underwater level, and it's just like.
Ba-da-da-da-ba-da.
Um,
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
but I got caught on this video of this guy that's like an actual hacker.
Whoa.
And he did an everyday carry of what he has with him in his bag.
Was he backlit with like the dark?
No, it wasn't.
Hiding his identity.
No, it wasn't like that at all.
He should have done that.
No, this guy, he's like, apparently he's a cybersecurity technician.
Yeah, most
Right.
hackers are nowadays.
Right? But he also
When they go
like
straight.
When they're doing legal things, yeah.
well, he talks about and that's the thing is like he even talks about how like there's sometimes he puts like back doors into like clients' things, and he shows you all the gear he uses for it.
Like
and he's
pocket knives and stuff.
well, he has pocket knives. That's
Like
kind of like how he
MacGyver?
first starts. But I mean, he has like crazy, like he sets up his own server that like it plays as a fake server that people will look at and be like, oh, look at this like free open server, and they'll hop on it and he can just in like 30 seconds get all of their information off their computer. And he's just openly talking about this online. And then he's also talking about how he has these things that he's like, if he's like, oh, I have to check your wiring on a client's computer, he can go back and plug an Ethernet cable that's running from this person's computer into an Ethernet jack thing that he has with an Ethernet male that goes back out to, or an Ethernet female on both sides. So you plug in like two Ethernets and he just puts a little one down and then like ends up connecting that to the Ethernet port. And that basically just sends everything, all of their
siphons it
keystrokes-
off?
all of their keystrokes, everything.
What?
Straight to his computer. I gotta send you this video. dude.
That's nuts.
It's insane. And like it started off all cute and kind of like, oh, this guy's an IT guy.
Oh, he's so sweet.
And then he gets to like the humma stuff. Like he has fake flash drives and they call them duckies. And what they are is they're flash drives that actually have micro SD cards inside of them.
Yeah.
That you can load up with specific keystrokes and just drop them on the ground anywhere you're going. So somebody can pick them up and go, I wonder what's on this, plug it in, and it just wipes everything off of your computer.
So that's a moral of the story, folks. First, don't go into the forest with a man in a furry wolf costume.
That's right.
Don't take Oreos in a Ziploc bag from a man in a panel van. And
Order your
don't
drugs
pick
on
up-
Amazon.
Order your drugs on Amazon. And don't pick up a flash drive and plug it into your
Don't pick
computer.
up a flash drive.
That's a bad idea.
Why would you
a bad
ever pick
idea.
up a flash drive?
It's a bad idea.
You know where it's been.
I just can't. You don't know where it's been. I just can't believe that this is
Don't put it in your
still
mouth.
how it's 2020. We've been doing passwords for a long time, and people are still using password one or all ones. Like it's crazy.
But it still works for me.
It still works for Steve. If you want to look up Steve's password, it's 11111 exclamation point. But these are probably, unfortunately, these are probably the same people that are doing some really dumb stuff with their Xbox X's because people are blowing vape smoke into their Xbox Series X. You know how we know that? Because Microsoft had to tell them not to.
Oh my god.
So people are dumb, and here's the deal. This is a video.
Why?
Seeing people spread the video of the Xbox Series X console with smoke coming from it. So there was this video going around that Xbox X's were overheating and then they were smoking. So it turns out people were putting vape smoke in their Xboxes, and then it looked like the Xbox was smoking. It was a
To get money?
right. It was a joke.
Oh my
And Xbox had to tweet. This is the official Xbox account. We can't believe we have to say this, but please
I
do
saw
not
this tweet.
blow vape smoke into your Xbox Series X.
I'm one of those 441.9K likes.
that liked it.
Yeah.
This is crazy. So people are going around because I saw these videos of Xbox X smoking, and I'm like, they
Already.
overheated like
Jeez.
Red Ring of Death,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from the Xbox 360 early days. And I thought, oh man, they said this really sucks for them. Well, it turns out it's just kids being dumb with their vape pens and putting it in their Xbox X. And Xbox had to tweet out from their official Xbox account, we can't believe we have to say this, but these are probably the same guys that have their passwords on the top.
I think Mike
20 worst.
5254.
Mike 525. No way.
Yeah.
Mike would be like, number 5 reason not to put vape smoke in your Xbox Series X. They tweeted it.
It doesn't have any lungs. Can't get any of the
Yeah.
benefits.
Number 4, it has no taste or flavors like I like my Hershey's chocolate bar.
Yeah, they're getting rid of those. California or everywhere.
Hershey's chocolate bars?
No.
Oh,
No, that's like
Vape
that's why they're trying to deter kids from like getting involved in like vaping stuff now.
Yeah.
Is they're not making like any flavored.
Yeah, it's
stuff
illegal.
anymore. Yeah, it's illegal to do it now.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, they should. They should get rid of them because it's just getting them in. It's just getting them in, and then it's
When it
it's
turns
weird.
into like picking out your toppings for an ice cream,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But with like nicotine and stuff,
yeah,
dangerous game.
that's not good. Have
There's
you?
no nicotine, though, is it?
Oh no, there is nicotine.
Oh,
That's
it
why
is.
they sell
Oh, yeah.
it. It's still addictive.
Humma.
Yeah.
If you're gonna, come on, get a nice pipe. You know, like hobbits. You know,
Like hobbits?
that's what we do.
Get one of those
you
church
know?
wardens.
Yeah, I've got a few.
Peace pipe? Smoke 'em peace pipe? Is that
I
too?
don't know about that.
You don't know. That doesn't
It's a
fit. That doesn't fit
different kind of grass.
the knight's code.
But let's talk about this sad thing while we go out.
So you know what?
Oh,
You know what?
sad.
We've had a lot of trending stories take over today, and you know we've gone. We've hit that hour mark already, and there's still like 4 more stories that we had
Well,
to
I
talk
still feel
about.
like I got a lot of energy though.
I know. Well, Steve,
You
that's what
came
happens when
late-ish.
you came in at the latest. You know, that's good.
Pray for Guitar
But
Center,
here's the deal.
people.
Guitar Center. So Guitar Center. I grew up going to Guitar Center all the time. Took you a few times. David probably took you a lot more than I did. You get in there, you can play the drums, you can play the guitars. It's amazing. Well, Guitar Center, unfortunately, they are preparing to file for bankruptcy protection. So now the good news is it doesn't sound like they're going to
they're not
be totally
shutting,
gone.
They're not shutting down their stores,
Right.
especially through the holiday seasons. But
right. But you
they're-
can get some good deals.
Right.
So go check it
They're
out.
trying to reinvest in their company, hopefully so that they can stay around for the better part of my children's lives when I get to show them who's boss.
You know what? There is a lot of memories of going to Guitar Center. Me and David going to Guitar Center and just banging the drums until they say, "Hey kids, you got to get out of here. This is not a practice." place."
They've never said that to us. Me and my friends go in there and like we just hang out
That's
there for
because
like
we
an
went
hour.
and wore them out for you. And there's like, whatever. Let them play.
Jimbo still working there?
No, Jimbo's been since I came back from college. So Guitar Center's gonna be gone. But you know what? We're gonna be back next week because the trending stories, we can't stop them.
We'll never go anywhere.
We can't stop
But
them.
when are we back next week?
But next week that's Chris, Steve. That is a great question.
yeah.
Next week is Thanksgiving. So next week we're gonna have to be a Wednesday night show. It's gonna be a Wednesday night pre-Franks and Franksgiving
And Frank's
show
on Wednesday night.
right? And Franksgiving's on Wednesday night.
Oh, this sounds like a character special.
I think it might have to be. But you know what? We'll be back next week. Make sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends. Otherwise, Jake's going to tll your mom. You can go to TSTO.com. Check out the audio podcast on all the places. And we will see you later. Peace.
Bye. I can finally pee. Oh my God.
Don't forget your toilet paper.